subscribe and activate the notification alerts to get the latest videos about new cars. Thank you have been watching this channel.
From nose to tail, the XT5's styling is pure Cadillac. Sharing the same edgy design theme and 3.6-liter V6 with the brand's sedan lineup and more than a few design elements with Caddy's full-size SUV. But its lackluster driving dynamics don't match up with the athletic ATS, CTS, and CT6 sedans. And its cabin doesn't pamper occupants quite like the Escalade's does, making the XT5 a sort of black sheep in the Cadillac family. While the XT5's interior design might be considered fussy, it is highly practical and spacious. And it's filled with plenty of standard high-end infotainment features. While there are more luxurious and better driving luxury crossovers available from Europe and Japan, the XT5's unique styling and well-packaged interior might be enough to keep it in the running for some buyers. Highs: quiet interior, distinctive exterior styling, spacious cargo bay. Lows: somewhat gruff V6 powertrain, muddled driving dynamics, busy interior design. Verdict: a solid effort, but far from the luxury segment's best. What's new for 2018? Cadillac has changed next to nothing for 2018, introducing only a new optional exterior color, Harbor Blue Metallic, all of the XT5's available paint colors, save for Radiant Silver Metallic, cost an additional $625 to $1,225. The EPA has reduced highway fuel efficiency ratings for both front and all-wheel drive variants, but there have been no actual mechanical updates. What was new for 2017? The XT5 was an all-new model for 2017, replacing the outdated SRX in the Cadillac lineup. While the XT5 occupies the same spot in the compact luxury class, its styling, interior, and high-tech equipment more closely correspond to Cadillac's sedan and SUV lineup than did the SRX. Trims and options we'd choose. Our chosen XT5, the premium luxury trim with front-wheel drive, sees a $400 price increase versus last year's model, bringing the base price to $53,690. Add $2,500 for all-wheel drive, avoiding the costly top-spec Platinum model by selecting this mid-range trim keeps the outlay reasonable yet still nets plenty of premium features, including Bose 14-speaker audio system, in-dash navigation, an active safety suite with automated emergency braking and lane keeping assist, LED headlamps with automatic high beams, engine and transmission. The XT5's 3.6-liter V6 makes the same 310 horsepower as last year's model and is mated to the same 8-speed automatic transmission. Front-wheel drive is standard, and all-wheel drive remains optional on all but the Platinum model, on which all-wheel drive is standard. While the XT5's 3.6-liter V6 is no match for the engine in a performance-oriented SUV such as the Porsche Macan S, it stacks up favorably against the Lexus RX 350 and Volvo XC60. In light-footed, day-to-day operation, we've found the Cadillac's engine to be impressively quiet and well-isolated from the cabin. Under heavy throttle, however, the engine's harshness makes itself known in a most unflattering way. There is adequate power for passing on the highway and for squirting throughout heavy city traffic, and the XT5's standard automatic stop-start and fuel-saving cylinder deactivation functions work seamlessly. The 8-speed automatic transmission speaks softly. Its shifts are buttery, but don't happen quickly even when in sport mode. Some XT5 drivers may have trouble adapting to Cadillac's new electronic shifter. Shifting into reverse is especially awkward. Front-wheel drive is standard, and will probably suit most consumers just fine, and all-wheel drive is optional. The XT5's all-wheel drive system is a sophisticated one. It can route as much as 100% of the engine power to either the front or rear wheels and can also focus torque to just one rear wheel if conditions warrant. Fuel economy. The XT5's EPA fuel economy estimates parallel those of other V6-powered rivals. All-wheel drive costs at 1 mpg both in the city and on the highway. A small concession for added confidence in inclement weather. In our real-world testing, however, the XT5's performance was worse than expected. What's new for 2018? For 2018, the XT5 sees a 1 mpg reduction in its highway fuel economy ratings from the EPA with both front and all-wheel drive. This isn't surprising considering our all-wheel drive 2017 test vehicle returned a disappointing 23 mpg in our highway fuel economy test. We've devised our own fuel economy test in an attempt to replicate how most people drive on the highway. Our procedure entails a 200-mile out and back loop on Michigan's I-94 highway. We maintain a GPS-verified 75 miles per hour and use the cruise control as much as possible to mimic the way many drivers behave during long trips. Fuel-conscious consumers might want to consider the more efficient Audi Q5 with its standard turbocharged four-cylinder or the Lexus RX 350. The XT5 underperformed its EPA rating by 3 mpg in our testing, while the Lexus managed an impressive 31 mpg, outperforming its EPA rating by 5 mpg and matching the electrified performance and driving impressions rating data alt. There are crossovers that handle better than the XT5, some that ride better, and others that offer a better combination of both. Add to that straight-line performance that is merely average, and the XT5 is far from compelling to drive. Both the standard and optional adaptive suspensions are unchanged, as are the brakes. An optional all-wheel drive system with a twin-clutch rear axle, which can apportion torque between the rear wheels for enhanced agility and sure-footedness, also continues to be offered on upper trim levels. What's new for 2018? The 3.6-liter V6 and 8-speed automatic transmission carry over from 2017 with the same power ratings, meaning the XT5's straight-line performance should match up with the model we tested last year. Acceleration. The 3.6-liter V6 under the hood of every XT5 provides enough low-end power to get this crossover up and going with relative ease, although it's one of the least fleet of the rivals reviewed here. In low-stress scenarios, such as cruising the highway or nipping around town, the engine purrs contentedly when pushed harder. It exhibits a coarseness unbecoming a luxury vehicle. Ride, handling, and steering. Encounter a twisty road and the XT5 can tackle it with confidence, although it won't make the hairs on the back of your neck stand up even when equipped with the optional adaptive suspension. Body roll is well controlled and the XT5 feels substantial and planted, which is especially comforting on long highway slogs over rough stretches of broken pavement. However, our Platinum tester felt jittery and allowed sharp impacts to reverberate through the cabin. This is a disappointing trait, especially considering the suspension doesn't remotely match the sportiness of the Porsche Macan. Steering is accurate but lacks any visceral feedback, another missed opportunity to appeal to enthusiast drivers. Braking. Cadillac brakes have been on point of late, with a firm pedal feel and good stopping power. The XT5's pedal has that trademark firmness we've grown to appreciate. But braking performance in our testing, while good for a crossover, was only good enough to tie for last place in this matchup. Anterior space comparisons. While both the front and rear seats offer adult-size space, those frequently hauling taller passengers may find the headroom in the Audi Q5 or the Lexus RX more suitable. The XT5's rear seat slides back and forth and offers a reclining seat back, allowing passengers multiple positions to get comfortable. Plush seat cushioning in both rows provides long-distance comfort, but more lateral support would be appreciated to hold occupants tighter during more aggressive maneuvers. Anterior features. As with its sedan stablemates, the XT5's interior is made from a host of luxury materials, all featuring different textures and patterns, which imparts a fussy, disjointed look when taken together. The all-black interior of our test vehicle appears less busy than the two-tone black and beige theme, but the bronzed faux carbon fiber trim seemed out of place in the decidedly unsporty XT5. Cabin ergonomics are good and the driving position is agreeable. The button-heavy steering wheel looks unflattering, but provides the driver with controls for common functions without having to reach to the dashboard. Interior sound level. Modern cabins do an excellent job of insulating passengers from ambient noise, but none can completely eliminate the sharp sound of the wind and the drone of tire noise when you're traveling at highway speed. To measure the interior sound pressure level, we use a Brule and Kjær Type 2250L sound meter, which we position in the middle of the first row of seats at the height of the driver's ear. The meter automatically averages 15 seconds of sound in A-weighted decibels (dBA), taken while the test car is cruising at 70 miles per hour. A weighting is an industry standard that adjusts decibel readings to better reflect how the human ear hears various frequencies. We take two measurements and average the results. We also correct for speedometer inaccuracies with our GPS-based data loggers. It is worth noting that decibels are a logarithmic unit, so a rating of 40 decibels isn't twice the sound pressure of 20 decibels. It is 10 times the sound pressure. A 6 decibel increase roughly doubles the sound pressure. Seating and step-in height. To accurately measure seating height, the distance from the road to the driver's hip, we use an H-point machine (HPM), a precisely engineered device marketed by SAE International. This versatile tool, in conjunction with a laser device, reveals the width and location of roof pillar visibility obstructions, blind spots. Our HPM and laser measurement tools determine the length of road obscured by the hood as well as the road obscured by the trunk or hatch as seen through the rear view mirror, blind spots, visibility, and obscured roadway. According to our measurements, the XT5's forward visibility is class competitive, but rear visibility lags slightly behind rivals. The XT5 does indeed have large blind spots caused by its wide, forward canted rear roof pillars, but from behind the wheel it didn't strike us as any worse than the other cars in this comparison. Luckily, a backup camera is standard in platinum models such as our test vehicle. Come with a 360-degree camera system. The Q infotainment system in the XT5 still could use some improvement to its user interface, but our complaints end there. Cadillac has infused most of the latest and greatest technologies into the most basic XT5 model, including premium audio, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto smartphone integration, and 4G LTE wireless internet connectivity. What's new for 2018? The XT5's infotainment suite remains the same for 2018, but other Cadillac models have received updated hardware and software that have addressed some of our complaints with the Q interface. Look for these updates on a future model of the XT5. Infotainment features. All XT5 models come well connected right out of the gate, with niceties such as an 8.0-inch infotainment touchscreen, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and an onboard 4G LTE Wi-Fi hotspot as standard fare. 4 USB ports are located conveniently throughout the cabin so that everyone can have a place to charge their mobile device, and a wireless inductive phone charging pad is provided between the two front seats. Even base model XT5 skips audio with 8 speakers. Audiophiles can upgrade to a 14-speaker system on luxury and premium luxury trims. Platinum models offer the upgraded sound system as standard equipment. Infotainment performance. Cadillac's Q infotainment software suffers from some usability issues, mostly because some of the buttons are small and difficult to actuate while driving. Despite our complaints about the interface, the system is fairly responsive to commands, delivering an average response time in our testing of 0.4 seconds. We measure the electrical current that each USB port provides. All USB ports found in a vehicle provide 5.0 volts, per the USB standard. Current, measured in amps, varies and dictates the charge times of devices. The higher the amps, the quicker a device's charge time. Not all USB devices are created equal. Most modern smartphones can charge at 2.0 amps, while slow or stagnant charging can result from using current at 1.0 amp or lower when the device is in use. The XT5's 4 standard USB ports, including the 2 in the rear seat, a thoughtful touch, offer decent power for juicing mobile devices.